What is up, XRP community? Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Sunday. I want to talk about a lot going on in the crypto space. Gary Gensler and the SEC are getting some much wanted pushback, and then a potential black swan event we should all be looking out for. As always, guys, thanks for supporting the channel. It's the best month I've had on YouTube, and this channel is nothing without you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, thanks for watching my content. Thanks for supporting. I really do appreciate it. The US stole Bitcoin from Silk Road founder Ross Ulbricht, locked him up for life, sold that Bitcoin on Coinbase while also trying to sue them for listing securities, but won't even tell them what constitutes a security. Gary Gensler is a clown. And this is coming on the backs of Gary Gensler updating his profile picture. Zach Rector had a great take on this, saying most of what's taking place in DC is a mockery of everything else that has made this country great. The opportunity we once had is being sold off by unelected bureaucrats. Hashtag SEC. And if you guys do use Twitter, give me a follow on Twitter. I know I have it right below on the bottom of the screen, but yeah, thank you guys in advance. Moving forward, this is Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, and he's calling on lawmakers in the United States to investigate statements made by SEC Chairman Gary Gensler. This is the much wanted pushback that I'm talking about. And I had this to say on Twitter. Trump is allegedly facing roughly 30 criminal counts stemming from hush money payments. And Hillary Clinton finessed bleaching private email servers, destroying tons of classified information. What are you guys' thoughts on this? I don't want to get into politics too much, but comment below your thoughts on this. Right, left, Democrat, Republican, all that aside, I personally think, and this is just my opinion, that they are doing this because Trump is not part of the system that most of these politicians are, and that's why they're doing all this stuff to him. Binance has been getting a lot of FUD lately. Experts believe that the CFTC, Commodity Futures Trading Commission, decision to file a civil lawsuit against Binance could be a fatal blow to the exchange. I say just take a look at how big Binance is compared to other exchanges. Look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys. There's nothing even close to Binance. Binance does a few billion in trade volume. And the second biggest exchange, Coinbase, doesn't even do $500 million, 500 million. Still a, massive sum. But compared to Binance, guys, there is no comparison. Binance almost has a monopoly of sorts over this crypto industry. And for Binance to go down, that'd be terrible for everyone else. And then I also say this, another potential Silk Road black swan event. A black swan event is something that happens externally in the markets that affects the markets very negatively. The US government has announced they have plans to sell 41,000 Bitcoins. So over, a few $1 billion connected to the Silk Road. Now, this is confiscated Bitcoin. This is not their Bitcoin, but now it is theirs technically. And this amount of sell pressure, guys, 41,000 Bitcoins being sold would absolutely nuke the price. Obviously, the government doesn't want to just do that. Maybe they do, but it's in their best interest to get the most money they can for this. But a lot of sell pressure, and once this hits the market, that could easily send Bitcoin a lot lower. Also, guys, like I was saying, I love you. I love my YouTube channel, but I am now posting on BitChute. I only have one subscriber over here, so if this is a platform you use, check out my BitChute link in the video description below. Some of these videos are getting some views, and this is a brand new channel, so that's good to see. But yeah, if you really like my content, check out the backup channel on BitChute. And if you need an exchange to get XRP, I recommend Uphold. It's sleek, it's simple, and it's secure. It's where I dollar cost average my Flare and XRP every single day. I'll link to Uphold in that video description below. And for my USA people, get $41 guaranteed. All you got to do is sign up with Webull, deposit a penny, and you can get up to $3,000 in free stocks. Typically, you're just going to get $40 to $300, but it's a great offer just for signing up, depositing one penny. You're guaranteed $41 in minimum stock value. Sell your stocks, close your account, do whatever you want, but don't miss out on this great offer with Webull. Get your $41 guaranteed. Link in the video description below. And let's have a little bit of fun here. XRP new all-time highs, and this baby comes to Papa. Comment below, what is your make it car? Say you got 20, 30 million, 10 million, whatever amount of money you need. Money is not a problem. What kind of car would you like? Personally, I'm a simple guy. I like luxurious things, but I'm more of a Lexus. I guess my make it car would be some type of Maserati. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below when XRP hits new all-time highs. What's your dream car? Things are looking good for the crypto markets, guys. Some good news. This came out from Cointelegraph. Bitcoin is copying a familiar price trend from 2023. Two more metrics show. And I break that down in this tweet. They talk about the SLRV ribbons. It's a tool for measuring potential Bitcoin profitability. Put forward by Capriol in 2022, it is based on the short to long-term realized value ratio from well-known analyst David Puel. The SLRV ratio takes the percent of the Bitcoin supply active in the last 24 hours and compares it to that active 6 to 12 months ago. The result shows comparatively how active short-term supply and long-term supply are at a given point. This metric is about as simple as it gets when it comes to a reliable Bitcoin analytics tool. So we could be seeing some potential bullish action in the short term. But keep in mind, guys, a black swan event like Binance going under or the US government liquidating 41,000 in Bitcoin could turn this around very quick. As always, guys, I give away $10 in XRP every day on the channel. To enter the giveaway, just like the video, subscribe and notifications on, and comment anything in the YouTube comments below. And the winner is in the video description from yesterday. Moving forward, guys, we got some more heat. John Deaton says, have people noticed that the XRP coverage at CoinDesk lately? Call it the banker's coin, call it an S coin, call it a security, call it whatever you want, but no coin has been more resilient. Take a listen.
About this XRP surge that kind of looked like it came out of nowhere. Well, not exactly out of nowhere, because I think some people are looking at what's going to happen with XRP and the SEC and finally having a resolution to this kind of long-time conflict. But it appears that there has been a missing piece to this puzzle that explains a lot of what's happening with XRP, and that is Korea. So our colleague Sharia reported on it very early this morning. Just some really interesting stats in here, basically saying that in the past 24 hours, XRP trading made up 37% of all volume on Bithumb, 18% of volume on Upbit, and a staggering 50% of all volume on Corebit. These are big Korean exchanges, but Upbit is by far the biggest. This is data from...
So let that sink in. XRP is the #1 token on all these exchanges in terms of trading volume. Some people are speculating on it, but yes, a lot of this is because a lawsuit is very close to its end. I know it's been 2 years, but these matters are tricky and they take a lot of time. Another good example of Ripple's clients. This is a profile from a Ripple user, Valency International. They're an international commodity trading house in Singapore with a portfolio of agro and consumer goods, sulfur and fertilizers, steel and scrap, and now they are using XRP via on-demand liquidity. These are the people that are using XRP, guys. It wasn't made for retail. It has massive utility, and over time, with regulatory clarity, even if the SEC wins this lawsuit, there's a lot of other countries already using it. Bank of America, these big 30 global banks that really control a lot of the money supply, these guys are going to use XRP because it provides money and time to them. What are the two most precious assets? Money and time, and it saves them both of those. Potential outcomes for the lawsuit from John Deaton too. The best outcome, an outright win for Ripple, with the judge smacking the SEC for gross overreach and behavior in the case. Judge Netburn has commented that SEC lawyers are hypocrites. They lack faithful allegiance to the law, and they only care about winning the next argument. Second best outcome, the judge rules XRP was offered as an investment contract early in the XRP ecosystem on a few specific instances, i.e. the brochure sent to 100 potential investors in 2014. But XRP itself is not a security, and ongoing and secondary sales are not securities. I think this is the most likely outcome. I think they will say the ICO was an investment contract of sorts, but the key distinction is that XRP itself is not a security. It's a commodity. It's a currency. And ongoing secondary sales are not securities. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet already, smash that like button. It really supports the content, and it gives me feedback, lets me know that I'm doing good work with my content. Also helps the channel, and it's free. And like I was saying earlier, this is the best month I've had on YouTube. This channel is nothing without you guys. So I love you guys for supporting the content. I love the growth. We're about to hit 34,000 subscribers, and this channel is nothing without you guys. So shout out to you guys. Much love. Hope you had a good Sunday. The third best outcome, the judge denies both the SEC and Ripple's motion for summary judgment and states that a jury must decide disputed facts, and we have the status quo for another year. But the judge makes clear XRP is simply software code, and that secondary sales are not securities. Fourth best outcome, judge grants the SEC summary judgment versus Ripple for both past and present sales of XRP as an investment contract. But the judge makes clear her ruling has nothing to do with the secondary sales of XRP. And this is a key distinction. Secondary sales of XRP cannot be deemed investment contracts, because then I really don't know what the future of XRP holds if every secondary sale is an investment contract. In the worst case scenario, the judge grants summary judgment in favor of the SEC like the judge did in the library lawsuit, but also makes no comment regarding the token itself or secondary sales. I would then attempt to do what I did in library at a hearing on damages regarding secondary sales. And I want to leave you guys with this very informative clip from this very smart PhD here. Titled "The Fed as the Venture Capitalist of the Crisis Industrial Complex." I found this video extremely informative, and if you guys are still watching the video, comment industrial complex below. It's been a 10-minute long video so far. 10 minutes of your day is valuable to me, so thank you for watching the full video. Comment industrial complex in the section below, and I got more videos coming later today. Enjoy.
Hey guys, to some people, the passion we have against the Fed can seem almost cult-like. Not every problem is caused by the Fed, they claim. Now, the Fed causes a lot of problems: inflation, recessions, bank panics, but one of the biggest is the role it plays in financing new crises. In essence, the Fed plays venture capitalist to the crisis industrial complex, financing each crisis in that vulnerable early stage when voters might not be up for paying $14 trillion to run around Afghanistan, or $7 trillion to pay people not to work, or the $50 to $90 trillion, not a joke, they want for a Green New Deal. This bridge financing is important in that early stage when the product's not really off the ground yet. Like offering a free trial to get somebody to subscribe, it has to be free long enough for the parasitic supporting infrastructure of academics, activists, media, and crony companies to build up to metastasize. That venture stage manufactures the consensus, it identifies and censors the dangerous conspiracy theories, it keeps the money flowing to the opportunists who will sustain it as a permanent parasite. The venture capital life cycle of a crisis, brought to you by your local central bank. How does the Fed do this? By buying up government bonds. This hides the deficit, so the cost of the war, the pandemic, the Green New Deal, it's all just numbers for now. If they do it well, like in 2008 or 2020, this money printer funded AstroTurf campaign can get voters to literally demand government fix the crisis. That government take yet more of their treasure, their rights, their blood, anything to make the pain go away, to make the fear subside. Now, throughout American history, these crises have tipped the balance to ever-growing government. World War I was the debut. A war of choice kicked off just months after the Fed was founded. The war bumped the federal take from about 2% to 6% of GDP. That's a tripling in 4 years. Then the Depression, World War II, wars in Korea, Vietnam, Middle East, all fortified with a permanent environmental crisis. These all drove the take up past 20%. Despite the fall of the Soviet Union, their best-selling crisis, the new century has delivered a bumper crop for the industrial complex, starting with 2008, when yet another Fed-engineered financial crash took down the global economy. Then, of course, our most recent blockbuster crisis, as the COVID panic led to amazing growth in both budget and power of governments around the world. In the US, the lockdowns drove government spending up by nearly 7% of GDP. That's nearly what the people spend on food every year. In a sense, the lockdown crisis was too good for them. They took too much too fast, leading to potentially catastrophic economic and financial disruption that we're only now waking up to. So where do we go from here? The crises will keep going as long as central banks exist. Climate, systemic racism, wars, perhaps a crisis big enough to impose a UBI to turn voters into obedient clients, and enforce with a CBDC that rewards one's friends and punishes one's enemies. An endless ratchet taking our freedoms, our prosperity, even our social peace. All of this, so much more, brought to you by your friends at the Federal Reserve.